What's the family tea that you found out once you got older?
Okay, I'm gonna do this one, okay? Okay, all right. So, my grandparents were married for, I think, close to 60 years prior to her death. Me and my grandmother were best friends. Best friends, okay? All right? Okay, all right, here we go. Me and her used to always gossip. We used to always talk. We would get on the phone for like 2 or 3 hours. And my grandparents are just so precious. But one day, I was in my 20s, and it was right before she got sick with dementia or Alzheimer's. I asked her about her and Grandpa's love story, and I wanted to know like how they met, and how he swept her off her feet and all that. So she proceeds to tell me that there's a little bit more to the story that the family just did not quite understand at the time. Apparently, she was engaged to be married prior to my grandpa. She was engaged to this other man, and at the time they were, church was the big social aspect of their age group and of the times. And so she was engaged to this man. She loved him very much, but he ended up going to war. And so he's being drafted. He's out of the country. This guy's at war and everything. But then this other guy starts coming to church, and he starts asking her to go on all these social events with the young crowd, the youth crowd. And my grandmother would say, "No, I'm engaged. No, I'm engaged." But eventually, that guy won her over. Why am I pink, though? Why am I turning pink? I don't know. So, after a while, my scandalous grandmother starts going out with the crowd. And she starts talking to this guy. And she starts thinking, I kind of like him. After a little while, she decides that she's going to write a letter. So she writes her fiance a Dear John letter. And while he's at war, and to make matters, to make it the best, she left this man for his cousin. Yes, my grandpa was my grandmother's first fiance's cousin. Her fiance was at war. She wrote him a Dear John letter and got with his cousin. My grandpa's the Jody. And they are so precious, and you would never know the scandal. Oh gosh. All right, there's my tea.